For 19 years, Reddit lost money. Every single year. $1.8 billion in total losses. No path to profitability, no sustainable business model. When they announced their IPO in March 2024, Wall Street laughed. Analysts called it the worst IPO of the year. The stock opened at $34. Everyone said it would crash. Today, $140 per share, a 400% gain in 8 months. This is how the internet's most chaotic platform became Wall Street's biggest surprise of 2024. And why owning authentic human conversation might be worth more than anyone imagined. To understand why Reddit's success is so shocking, you need to understand what Reddit actually is, because on paper it makes no sense. Founded in 2005 by Steve Huffman and Alexis Ohanian, Reddit is a website that looks like it was designed in 1998. No algorithm curating your feed, no AI recommendations. Just human-created communities called subreddits, where people post links, text, and images. Other users vote content up or down. That's it. That's the whole product. By 2024, Reddit had 97 million daily active users and over 100,000 active communities covering literally everything. There's a subreddit for astrophysics. There's one for discussing sandwiches. There's one where people pretend to be ants. The diversity is absurd, but here's what made Reddit different from every other social platform. It wasn't built for profit. It was built for conversation. Real, unfiltered, anonymous human conversation. No real names required. No follower counts to chase. No influencer culture. Just people talking about whatever they cared about, moderated by volunteers who got zero pay. Reddit's moderators, the people who keep the site running, work for free. Hundreds of thousands of them spending hours daily managing communities for nothing. Picture this. It's 2013. You're stuck on a programming problem at 2 a.m. You Google it, the answer. A Reddit thread from 6 years ago where some random user explained it perfectly. That's Reddit's value. It's the internet's institutional memory, the place where humans actually help each other. But monetizing that? Nearly impossible. Because Reddit's users hate advertising. They hate corporate influence. They revolt when companies try to manipulate the platform, and Reddit, for 19 years, respected that. They barely monetized. They ran a few ads, but kept them minimal. They refused to sell out. The result? Reddit became the most influential platform on the internet, while losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year. By 2023, cumulative losses hit $1.8 billion. Investors were getting impatient. The company had to go public or die. March 2024, Reddit files for its IPO and Wall Street immediately declares it doomed. The problems were obvious. Problem number one, no profitability after 19 years. Reddit's 2023 financials showed $804 million in revenue but still posted losses. After nearly 2 decades, they hadn't figured out how to make money. That's not a startup struggling to scale. That's a fundamentally broken business model. Problem number two, user hostility to monetization. Every time Reddit tried to increase ads or introduce new revenue features, the community revolted. In 2023, Reddit announced API pricing changes that would kill third-party apps. The backlash was nuclear. Thousands of subreddits went dark in protest. Moderators threatened to quit. Reddit's own users were actively fighting the company's attempts to make money. Problem number three, dependence on volunteer labor. Reddit's entire moderation system runs on unpaid volunteers. If moderators quit, the platform collapses into chaos. But Reddit had no way to pay them without destroying the community culture. It was an impossible situation. Problem number four, competing with AI. Google had just launched AI search features. ChatGPT was answering questions instantly. Why would people waste time searching Reddit threads when AI could give them answers in seconds? Reddit's value, human knowledge archives, seemed obsolete. Wall Street analysts were brutal. Reddit is a lifestyle business masquerading as a tech company. There's no path to profitability without alienating the core user base. This IPO will fail within 6 months. The comparisons were damning. Remember Snap's IPO in 2017. opened at $17, crashed to $5 within a year. Pinterest's IPO in 2019 struggled for years. Twitter never made consistent profits before being acquired. Social platforms that can't monetize die. But Reddit did something radical, something that had never been done before in a major tech IPO. They offered shares to their own users. In the IPO filing, Reddit reserved 1.76 million shares, 8% of the offering, for power users, moderators, and longtime community members. If you had enough karma, Reddit's point system, you could buy shares at the IPO price before Wall Street got them. This was insane, unprecedented, giving retail users priority access to IPO shares. Tech companies never do this. IPO shares are for institutions, the banks, hedge funds, and VCs who get in at the ground floor before the public. Reddit's thinking, if we're going public, our community should benefit too. If this works, our most loyal users get rich alongside us. If it fails, well, at least we tried something different. The finance world mocked it. Redditors will dump their shares immediately and crash the stock, analysts predicted. This is a PR stunt that will backfire. March 21st, 2024, Reddit goes public. The opening price, $34 per share, valuation, $6.4 billion, and then something impossible happened. The stock didn't crash, it didn't stagnate, it exploded. By the end of the first day, Reddit's stock closed at $50.44, a 48% jump. Within weeks, it hit $65. By October 2024, it crossed $116. As of late 2024, Reddit trades above $140 per share. That's a 412% gain from the IPO price in just 8 months. Early investors who bought at $34 had quadrupled their money. The Redditors who got IPO shares, they made life-changing profits. One moderator who'd spent 10 years running subreddits for free bought $10,000 in IPO shares. 8 months later, that position was worth $41,200. A college student with high karma invested $2,000. It turned into $8,200. Reddit's biggest contributors, who'd never made a dollar from the platform, suddenly had real wealth. But the story gets even better, because Reddit didn't just survive, they actually became profitable. Q3 2024. Reddit reports its first profit ever. Net income, $29.9 million. After 19 years of losses, Reddit was finally making money. Revenue hit $348.4 million, a 68% increase year over year. Wall Street was stunned. How did they do it? Strategy number 1, AI training data licensing. In February 2024, right before the IPO, Reddit signed a $60 million annual deal with Google. The terms, Google gets access to Reddit's entire archive of human conversations to train their AI models. Think about what Reddit has: 20 years of authentic human discussions on every topic imaginable. Billions of comments, real opinions, not corporate marketing. Google, OpenAI, and every AI company desperately need this data. Social media content is sanitized and fake. Reddit is raw and real. Reddit realized our users created the most valuable training data set on the internet, and we can license it without pissing off our community because the conversations already happened. It's not selling out, it's monetizing the archive. Suddenly, Reddit had a new revenue stream that didn't depend on ads or destroying user experience. AI companies would pay billions for access to authentic human knowledge. Strategy number 2, smarter advertising. Reddit finally figured out how to run ads without alienating users. They introduced conversation ads that blend into threads naturally. They targeted niche communities where advertisers actually wanted to reach specific audiences. A gaming company advertising in r/gaming isn't intrusive, it's relevant. Ad revenue grew 56% year over year. Not from more ads, but from better ads. Strategy number 3, Reddit Premium and user monetization. They expanded Reddit Premium subscriptions and introduced features that power users actually wanted. ad-free browsing, exclusive badges, special features. Nothing game-breaking, just quality of life improvements. Premium subscribers grew steadily, adding reliable recurring revenue without alienating free users. Strategy number 4, community ownership. This is the genius move nobody expected to work. By giving users equity in the IPO, Reddit aligned incentives. Users who owned shares suddenly had a financial stake in Reddit's success. They defended the platform, they promoted it, they wanted it to thrive. When Reddit makes controversial decisions now, shareholders who are also users balance community concerns with business needs. The relationship shifted from company exploiting users to we're in this together. October 2024. Reddit's stock hits $116. Analysts who predicted failure started upgrading their ratings. JP Morgan, we underestimated Reddit's moat. Morgan Stanley, Reddit owns irreplaceable community engagement. Bank of America, buy. The narrative completely flipped. Reddit wasn't a doomed social platform, it was the sleeping giant that finally woke up. So what does Reddit's success actually mean? Why does it matter? First, it proves that authentic community beats algorithm-driven content. While Facebook and Instagram desperately fight declining engagement, while Twitter/X collapses into chaos under Elon, while TikTok faces bans, Reddit quietly grew. Why? Because people trust communities more than feeds. When you search for product recommendations, you don't trust ads. You search best headphones Reddit 2024 because you know real people answered honestly. That trust is Reddit's moat. You can't fake it. You can't buy it. You have to earn it over 20 years. Second, Reddit proved that profitability doesn't require destroying user experience. Every social platform follows the same playbook. Grow users, then aggressively monetize until the platform becomes unusable. Reddit did the opposite. They respected their community for 19 years, even while losing billions. When they finally monetized, they did it carefully. The result? Users didn't revolt. They celebrated. Third, Reddit became essential infrastructure for AI. Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, every AI company needs training data. Social media is full of bots and fake engagement. Reddit is still mostly real humans. That makes Reddit's archive priceless. As AI grows, Reddit's value grows with it. Fourth, Reddit's IPO strategy changed the game. Giving users equity created a new model for tech companies going public. Imagine if YouTube gave shares to top creators. If Instagram gave equity to influencers. If Twitter had given shares to power users. Reddit proved that community ownership works. But here's the deeper truth Reddit's success reveals. The internet is returning to its roots. The 2010s were dominated by algorithm-driven feeds. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok shoving content at you based on engagement metrics. But people are exhausted by that. They want communities. They want human curation. They want places where real conversations happen without corporate manipulation. Reddit represents the old internet, weird, chaotic human, surviving into the AI age by being irreplaceable. You can't AI generate what Reddit has. You can't manufacture authentic community. You can only build it slowly over decades by respecting your users. And now, finally, Reddit is getting rewarded for doing it the hard way. For the moderators who spent years running communities for free, some of them are now Reddit shareholders worth tens of thousands. For the users who stuck with the ugly interface and refused to leave, they own a piece of internet history. For the company that lost money for 19 years because they refused to sell out, they're finally profitable. Reddit's story is proof that patience, community, and authenticity can win, even when Wall Street says it's impossible, even when every analyst predicts failure, even when you lose money for 19 straight years. Sometimes the internet's weirdest corner becomes its most valuable asset. What's the founder's code we decode from Reddit's 19-year turnaround? Lesson 1, irreplaceable beats scalable. Reddit didn't have the best interface, the best algorithm, or the best features, but they had something no competitor could replicate. 20 years of authentic human community. Irreplaceability is the ultimate moat. Lesson 2. Patience compounds. 19 years of losses weren't failure, they were investment. Reddit built trust slowly while competitors chased short-term profits. When they finally monetized, that trust paid off exponentially. Lesson 3. Community ownership aligns incentives. Giving users equity turned potential enemies into allies. When users own shares, they want the company to succeed. That's more powerful than any marketing campaign. Lesson 4. The data you create today becomes valuable tomorrow. Reddit's old conversations became worth billions for AI training. What seems worthless now, archives, discussions, human knowledge, might be priceless in 5 years. Build assets that appreciate. Reddit's story isn't just about a stock price. It's about proving that you can build a massive platform without exploiting your users. That you can go public without selling out, that sometimes doing things the hard way is the only way that works. Wall Street said Reddit would fail. The internet's front page just proved them wrong. What do you think? Did you buy Reddit stock at the IPO? Do you use Reddit daily? What's your favorite subreddit? Drop your thoughts below. Like this video if you believe community beats algorithms. Share this with someone who still thinks Reddit is just memes and nonsense. Subscribe to Founders Code for more stories about the underdogs, the long shots, and the companies that prove Wall Street wrong. Thanks for watching.